I always like to read Thurgood Marshall. He was one of my favorite uh, political figures. He was the first Supreme Court justice, and still to me the best. And it's not even close. I don't even really want to talk about the other two that have come in because they're nowhere near close to what he represented. And his outspokenness, which is definitely missed. And I liked his commentary when asked about civil rights, black issues, and the presidencies. He didn't have nothing good to say about Reagan, but he had nothing good to say about the Kennedys either. He was well balanced, and he didn't think much of Nixon. You know, he said Jimmy Carter's heart was in the right place. He gave Lyndon B. Johnson due because he said Lyndon B. Johnson had more done for the civil rights. Lyndon B. Johnson was not black folks' best friend either. Spoke on Eisenhower and he dissed Hoover and, he spoke his mind. That's one thing I always listened to Thurgood Marshall quotes. They were very engaging, very enriching. Um, he didn't shuffle. He wasn't a shuffleboard, and he wasn't, he wasn't moonwalking and wasn't sliding all over the flow. There was no him. There was no hammer time. He was like straight time. He spoke how he felt, mentioned the things that he saw, and did as he did. You often wonder, and on these levels, how people are going to deal with issues of the heart and of the mind and how they undermine. I would love to have been a fly on the wall today what Thurgood Marshall would think about Donald Trump. I can only imagine what he would say, what none of them were going to say. Because when you're in strength of your soul and your mind, you're not going to go for destructive behavior, side effects, and all angles to try to downplay common sense and logic. You're not going to go for that. You don't have anyone on the Supreme Court or any people that are speaking out and saying in totality what is right, what is wrong, what is there, what is that. You got people that are yes folks, they go along, get along, or they get dismissed, but they're not going to speak in totality unless they become an enemy. He was one of the few, especially in a day and time when there wasn't many of us sitting in that position. And he spoke on different things to his visual, to what he felt. It's one of those things, and he's never given his due. There should be a national federal holiday for Thurgood Marshall. There should be, you know. There should be more acknowledgement where he is concerned. You know, Chadwick Boseman did do that film about him, but it was only based on a segment. It didn't go into full totality. Because to truly do Thurgood Marshall justice, you'd have to go into everything from Brown versus Board of Education and everything that he spoke out on,